welcome to another episode of Motorboating with Mammeries. This is Tanks for the Mammeries with a subscriber replay on World of Warships. This is a gentleman named Bo Diddley Harp. We'll just call him Bo Diddley. And Bo Diddley Harp is a relatively new player to World of Warships. He bought the Victory Squadron on May 6th and became a buy-in beta tester about 48 days ago. He currently is spending his time playing in the PvE mode, where he can learn everything that he wants to learn without screwing it up for his own team. And he is trying out the Colorado. He's really enjoyed the New Mexico previously, and he wanted to move up to the Colorado. He's heard a bunch of things about it from people saying it was a really bad battleship, and he wanted to try it out for himself. So far he's playing all his games in the PvE mode, but he likes it because the queues don't take that long. There's pretty much 8 ships per side. You play mirror images of the ships that you're already in, and you know, he's getting his practice in. And I gotta say, I think that there are some other people who are currently playing World of Warships that could use more practice in the PvE mode. So and I certainly from time to time go back into it as well. Anyway, this is Bo Diddley Harp, we'll call him Bo Diddley, moving across the map from the north side down to the southwest, and he's going to get spotted here. And one thing I do need to note is that the replays are a bit off already. This one, the ship is not where it should be in relation to where the guns are going to fire and the hits are going to be taken and things like that. But it's still usable, and you'll get the general idea. So Bo Diddley is making his move. He's trying to head down to get around one of these islands where he believes he's going to find a cruiser that he can take out. And he's there with the both Atlantas, with Pratt and Haugen. So that's his plan as of right now. He's got his aircraft in the air and given him some added visibility. There's a destroyer out there, and somebody spotted him. He's going to start taking some fire here in just a second. There you go. There's the fire coming in. And now there's a destroyer at about 10 kilometers. It was spotted by his friendly destroyer over there, MDG Fur, and he's taking some more hits. So he's going to start unloading on this destroyer right about now. As you can see, the aiming markers, reticle markers, are not doing what they should be doing, but he is going to start taking some shots at this enemy destroyer, the Sims. It's closing in. It's put its smoke out. And there he goes. He's got 3 of his turrets off. 4 just come in line. There it goes.
Scout returning the ship.
And basically nothing. So he's going to give it a reload. And both sides at this point are already down 1 destroyer. So each side only has 1 destroyer left. The Atlantas are out there pretty much getting stuck in, and he's still on his way to help him, but he's not there yet. He's got to do something about this Sims. He's still taking some fire. There he gets a couple of good hits on that Sims. His last gun goes off, and that's it. So
enemy destroyer foundered.
I think that was a super good shot. Was able to take that destroyer out pretty much 2 salvos. And now he's taking fire from that cruiser up there at basically 8 kilometers. And that, I believe, is an Atlanta. Yeah, it's one of the Atlantas. And you can see the rate of fire. Now, those shells that are flying around over there, just off the bow of the ship, those are actually hitting his ship. Again, the replay is messed up. You can see the rate of fire. It's just coming right in at him. And he's starting to take some pretty significant damage from that Atlanta. But the Atlanta's actually coming off better up until right then. And he put in 8,000 damage to it. And a critical. So The Atlanta was putting some pretty good moves on him, but now it's coming around the island, and it's just going to be out of luck. His secondaries are opening up as, if you look down at the ammo counter at the bottom here, he actually is using armor-piercing shells. His secondaries are firing HE, but his primaries are actually using armor-piercing, not HE as the game shows right. So, down goes the Atlanta.
Foundered.
Now, off in the distance, the Pratt is about to get whacked, which leaves another enemy Atlanta at 8 kilometers. And he's starting to shoot at that guy. One hit, that
Enemy
guy's
cruiser
dead.
destroyed.
So he's now 1 Sims and 2 Atlantas into the game here, doing pretty well for himself. Now, albeit that last Atlanta was on really low health, but he was able to knock it out and keep his Atlanta Haugen in the game. So as I was mentioning, he is actually using armor-piercing shells and not high explosive. Got some good hits on that ship right there. 6 rounds in. That's pretty accurate for a Colorado, I gotta say. There goes the last turret. And 1 hit out of 3 on that one for 4,000 damage. So he's putting some good hits into this Colorado down there. Now his secondaries are opening up on the Colorado. And you can see his Atlanta's rate of fire is just almost non-stop. It's just ridiculous. And that Colorado is actually exchanging shots with his Atlanta as opposed to with Bo Diddley here, which is giving Bo Diddley free shots on him, and he's doing some significant damage to him to begin with. Now that Colorado is turned bow on, that last salvo wasn't very effective, but he's going to get some good shots in right here. And you can hear his secondaries just going to town on that thing. It's almost reloaded. And here it goes. So in the last couple of rounds, he's taken out 2 turrets on that Colorado. He's getting some really good hits in on this guy, but 3 kilometers really can't miss. The ship is all on fire. And
we've destroyed
done.
an enemy battleship.
So that's the end of that. Now, he's still heading around this side of the map, and is just figuring out that he's going to have to turn around to go back and help out with his last Atlanta. It turns out that one of the cruisers on his team is AFK, sitting in the caps or sitting outside the cap circle. That's that Pensacola. So the enemy Atlanta is just pouring fire into that Pensacola and really taking him out. So. I was wrong. He's not AFK. He's just sitting there, though, for whatever reason. So the Atlanta is just putting a lot of fire into that guy. So at this point, this is where Bo Diddley's decided to turn around and go back to cap and help take out that enemy cruiser that's sitting there, that Atlanta. So far in this match, he's scored 26 main battery strikes. He's sunk 4 enemy ships, done 5 critical damages, 3 fires, and has shot down 1 aircraft. So far, a very respectable game, even in PvE. Especially in a battleship, because battleships are slow. I could see doing that in a cruiser or destroyer, but in a battleship, that's pretty good work. So the Atlanta just took out the Pensacola. And the Atlanta is now going after the scout plane, and the Atlanta is just inside Bo Diddley's range, and then he disappears off the map. So Bo Diddley's going to have to really get up there and take this guy out. And it's, scores are still pretty close. This Atlanta that's on Bo Diddley's team has got just the barest sliver of health left. He's got what? 1,200 hit points left. That's basically 1 shot from that other Atlanta if he gets it right. So it's basically, at this point in time, Bo Diddley going after this guy. The other Colorado got full health, basically, but he's too far out to do anything about this right now. So at this point, the Atlanta's going to spot the Colorado before the Colorado spots the Atlanta, but as soon as this Atlanta starts shooting, he is going to be visible, and he's just about to come in back into the cap circle. In the meantime, somebody, I guess it's somebody spotted the enemy Colorado over there on the other side of the map in E7. So now the enemy Atlanta has decided to cap again after sinking that Pensacola. And Bo still hadn't spotted him, but he's moving that way. Steaming straight there. There's not a whole lot he can do about it. Just got to get to where he can see him. So Bo Diddley is from up in Washington State, up in the Pacific Northwest. He also plays World of Tanks. He's got about 5,000 games in World of Tanks and about 800 games so far in, there's the Atlanta, 800 games so far in World Warships. The Atlanta's fired at him, which made him visible. And the amount of shell fire is just insane. So again, you can see where these shells are coming in on the Atlanta is actually where Bo's ship really is. There, you see some hits there that went in. And you'll see when Bo fires, the actual rounds appear further north there. Further ahead of the ship. Anyway, he's hit the guy now, which has helped defend the cap a little bit. But he's taken some pretty significant damage from this Atlanta at this point in time. Now he's within 7 kilometers. His secondary guns are firing. And they actually do a good bit of damage when they start hitting. So, you know, don't ever count out your secondary guns. So the Atlanta's a lot closer than it looks as well. Bo is getting the angle in, and there he goes. So he's taking out that. Taking out that Atlanta, defended the cap. And remember, the Colorado was over there in about E7, the enemy Colorado. So he's just going to continue to go this way, get his gun swung around if he can, and start chasing down that enemy Colorado. So now he's got 29 hits, 5 kills, 6 crits, 3 fires started, still 1 aircraft shot down, but he's done 3 base defense hits. And there is the enemy Colorado. So as I was saying, Bo is from a small town up in Rainier, which is Washington State. As I mentioned, he plays World of Tanks as well. Got over 5,000 games in World of Tanks. And he says he really, really enjoys playing World of Warships as well. So he just got hit by that Colorado with, it looked like high explosive, set him on fire there. And he's getting his gun swung around. I'm not sure why he didn't do that a little sooner with those rear guns. But there he's had a turret damaged. Used his repair kit on it. Fired his 1 and 2 batteries. Again, about to take some more fire here. But that enemy Colorado's decided to turn around and head the other direction, so he's going to try and get himself around that mountain. So his rear guns are just about brought to bear. Another fire set. Another turret taken out, one of his secondaries. There goes. Primary batteries firing. Enemy missed. locked on. He's got to let that fire burn because he's already used his repair kit. He's still got 48 seconds left on that before he can do anything about the fire. But the fire's going to go out before he can get his repair kit on cooldown, off cooldown. All right, guns are up. Fire's out. So what he's going to do is he's starting to turn his ship to starboard so he can get ready to chase that Colorado around the island. And he's started getting his ship lined up there, but instead the Colorado is going to turn completely around and come out. And this is a bit surprising. I didn't expect it either. I thought he was going to stay behind that island and keep heading away, but he doesn't. He turns around. Bo takes out his scout plane, and he's turned his repair crew back on, so he's getting some of his health back on his ship here. And this is a pretty much, well, it's not quite full health, but it's pretty close to a full health Colorado he's coming up on here. I don't know why his secondary batteries are going, but they are. So, and start putting some hits in on this Colorado. Again, the ship is actually further ahead of where it appears in the video because of the weird replay issue going on with World of Warships. Wherever those shells are landing is pretty much where the ship actually is. So you can see his Atlanta is putting some fire down in on that guy, and he's now set the enemy Colorado on fire. And the range is getting pretty close. Main batteries are reloaded. So if the Colorado's closer to the island, at this point in time, it doesn't look like what's going to actually happen. But Bo was looking to ram this guy if he needed to. And so he's turning into him in the hopes that he's going to be able to get a ram on this guy. But instead, the enemy ship keeps going. He's getting his guns, trying to get all his batteries angled on this guy. And he's taking some good, solid hits. Aiming, I keep saying, fire, fire already, shoot. But he's about to do it. And again, apologies for the replay there. But he's about to take a pretty good shot on this guy. And he gets a Citadel hit
severely damaged
for 17,000 damage. And that's going to be it for this video.
Enemy battle.
So thanks for watching, folks. That was 177,561 credits, 972 base experience, and 48 premium experience on a PvE battle in his Colorado. Thanks for showing this, Bo Diddley. I appreciate you sending it in to me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.